Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. We're so glad you could attend. Come inside, come inside. How you doing? I'm your host, James Windsor Smith, and this is an all-new episode of Outstanding Achievement in the Field of Excellence. It has been over a year since I've actually used this channel. I had problems with my phone holder, and I couldn't get my phone to fit it. Well, I guess I could have, but I couldn't with, one working hand. This is about all my right hand will do. Fortunately, I'm left-handed, so, I'm able to still draw. As a lot of you know, I had a stroke. I had two strokes, but when I had the first stroke, I actually lost the ability to use my left hand. But as you can see, I can pretty much do everything that I used to do, if not better than before. So that's good. I had to reteach myself how to write my name, draw pictures, yada yada. I do have to draw with a computer now because of the right hand. You don't really think about how much you have to depend on your right hand when your opposite hand if you're right-handed. How much you have to use that hand to get the job done the right way. After I had relearned how to draw, or even a little bit before that, I'd kind of sworn that when I got better, or if I got better, that I would not take my drawing gifts for granted anymore. So, I really, really want to do things like a pro. Whether I make it or not, that's another story, but, so far so good. I've released one book. It's Outstanding Achievement Presents. Here you go. Papa Balloon and Cactus. So, yeah, I did that, and the cover is actually by Sam J. Royale. I actually have a couple of his books here. They're called Dishoom, which is like a onomatopoeia in an Indian language. He actually developed both this typography and the logo for my book, amongst other ones. He actually does he did the logo for Michael Fitzgerald Troy's channel. Check that channel out if you get a chance. It's really cool. He makes a really awesome guy. I'd say Sam really knocked it out of the park. The cover is fantastic. I just love that the first thing you see is iconic characters drawn as simplified and perfected as possible. That's actually my ultimate goal, which I'm pretty far off from right now. But I think that my comic is fairly iconic in the Webster's dictionary definition of iconic, and that everything is reduced down to its bare essentials. So I've got a while to go on that, but that's basically the goal. I've actually got a second Kickstarter started now. It's actually Outstanding Achievement Presents Papa Balloon and Cactus Christmas Special. In that story, the main gist of it is that we used to celebrate Halloween on December 25th. There was no such thing as Christmas before 1984. So something happened to make those two characters of Dracula and Santa Claus, who are half brothers by the way, switch places. So, why is Halloween no longer on the date we know? Why is it now Christmas? I guess you'll have to wait and see, but Papa Balloon is a big, important factor in that decision, as you'll see shortly. But I can't spoil everything, Go ahead and support my Kickstarter. I'll put a link below, in the description of the video. As well as actually of Sam J. Royale's Etsy shop. I believe it's Etsy, but I know it's some sort of some sort of seller. But I'll put that below so you can check out his work. It's fantastic stuff. I can't say enough. as well as well, one of the tiers of the new Kickstarter was basically Jeff Manley stepped up. He actually signed about 25 of these and contributed them to the new Kickstarter. And we'll put also a link to his stuff, as well as Schlepzig, who signed 25 copies of Red and gave me those to give away at the top tier for my book. Now, there's only 25 of these, so if you're interested in getting these signed by the artists, then I would act as soon as possible. Also, I don't have a copy of it, but I was sent a pinup by the great Richard Friend, who's worked with Travis Charest, Ryan Benjamin, David Finch actually for a while. Like, if you've ever seen that really famous Wonder Woman image that's used in a lot of products, that was actually the two of them, and that's really awesome. And he actually provided me with a pinup, a full color pinup for the Christmas special, and it's got to be seen to be believed. I'll put a link to that on my Instagram. He's actually working on Blaster Kid right now, which is his self-published comic book. He's really behind the scene. He's really into the indie scene, even though he's a very mainstream artist. As you can see, he actually was hired by Joe Satriani to do Crystal Planet. I don't know if you can see that very well with the reflective cover. But yeah, the Joe Satriani basically did a comic for, I think for Heavy Metal Comics, wasn't it? I think so. But once again, I'll put a link to that as well, so you can check that out, because that's a pretty good accomplishment. He spent a lot of his career as an inker, but he spent the last couple of years breaking into penciling. Like, he penciled that, and he's going to be penciling and inking a Blaster Kid. And we'll see what happens with the colors. I think Kelsey was supposed to color that, but I don't know if his schedule is conflicting right now. But we'll see what happens. I know down the line, at least in the trade, it'll be recolored by Kelsey. So pretty cool, you know. Yeah, let's see what else I've got here. I've got these stickers here with the chromium reflecty thingy here. And here's another of the Froggy. And I'm selling those two on my Kickstarter as add-ons. So if you want those and just want to support an artist but don't really have a lot of bucks, that's the way to go. Well, that's pretty much it. You know, I think I've covered like everything recently. I just had Thanksgiving with my family. That was really nice. And yeah, I hope you all had a nice Thanksgiving too. Yeah, that's it, really. Thanks for tuning in. I'll try and put these little vlog thingies up more frequently. And we'll see you next time on Outstanding Achievement in the Field of Excellence.